I thank you, the Speaker. Given that we have 22 minutes for this one, I will spare CS a few things that I wanted to say. Let me just go straight to the question. Question number 034. One CS, what is the current status of pension disbursements to former members of Parliament who served between 1979 and 1992? B, has the National Treasury undertaken any review or adjustment of these pensions to ensure they remain fair and sustainable, considering the rising cost of living and inflation over the years? And lastly, what policy measures has the government put in place to ensure pensions align with prevailing economic conditions? I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable CS, you may proceed to respond, bearing in mind that we have received a copy of your response, and therefore, if you may paraphrase, we are necessary to save on time. Proceed, Honourable CS.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. In the interest of time, I'll try my level best to paraphrase and summarize my response without losing content. Now, I rise to address a question that was raised by Senator Wambua that is question number 034. Regarding pension disbursement to former members of Parliament who served between 1979 and 1992. The current status is as follows. Honourable Speaker and honourable members, former members of Parliament who served between 1979 and 1992 were eligible for pension benefits have been receiving payments in line with the Parliamentary Pensions Act, Cap 196, as revised in 2012. And this revision significantly enhanced their pension entitlements by adjusting the actuarial factor from 1/600 to 1/300. Effectively, this doubled their pension benefits. And as a result, these former members of Parliament received a revised pension lump sum and an adjusted monthly pension following this the implementation of this Section 8.2 of the Cap 196, revised in 2012. But there are also further efforts to review the pensions which have been guided by the recommendations of a Kiumi Tribunal, which was appointed by the Parliamentary Service Commission to review the terms and conditions of the service for members and staff of Parliament. To implement these recommendations, several legislative attempts have been made. So there have been several attempts to amend the Act to accommodate the Kiumi recommendations, which was recommending at least a living pension of $1,000 per month. There was the Parliamentary Pensions Amendment of 2019, which the bill which lapsed in January 2019. Then there was another Parliamentary Pensions Amendment Bill 2019, sponsored by Honourable John Mbadi, was MP then, and this was rejected on 24th of September 2020 following presidential reservations. It was passed by Parliament but rejected by the President. Then there is the Parliamentary Pensions Amendment Bill by Honourable John Waluke. This is the bill in 2023 to implement 100,000 minimum pension. However, it faced opposition first from the National Treasury, which raised concerns about fiscal sustainability, and of course the SRC, which also deemed the proposal unconstitutional. The Parliamentary Service Commission recommended further consultations with stakeholders. So those three reasons made the bill not to see light of day. So in light of these concerns and presidential reservations, the Parliamentary Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning recommended the rejection of the bill in its entirety, which was done. Now, review and adjustments to ensure fair and sustainable pensions, as has been asked by the honourable member. I wish to report that National Treasury has undertaken several measures to ensure pensions remain fair, sustainable, and responsive to the rising cost of living. And these include implementation of the Pensions Increase Act, Cap 190, which since 1st July 2005, pensions have been reviewed every 2 years with an increment rate of 3% to help pensioners cope with inflation and rising living costs. Number 2 is actuarial valuation of public service pension scheme. Regular actuarial assessments are conducted every 4 years to evaluate pension liabilities, funding levels, and sustainability. Honorable Speaker, the National Treasury, in conclusion, remains committed to ensuring that pension benefits for former members of Parliament and all public service retirees are fair, sustainable, and responsive to economic conditions. We will continue working with stakeholders to explore feasibility solutions that uphold fiscal responsibility while ensuring retirees receive their rightful entitlements. I thank you.
Senator Wambua, you may ask your 2 supplementary questions. Honorable Senators, let us avoid speeches. Sure. In the interest of time, go straight to the question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, 2 quick ones. On question number 1, I expected the CS would give us actual amounts. Actually, that was my biggest interest. With the public money being used to pay pensions, I thought he would give us the actual amount, the lowest, what amount of money is the lowest pensioner earning and the highest earning. Because that will inform his response to the benefits that they have gotten from tax exemption. Then lastly, Chair, the second question would be, seeing as it were that the CS was himself pushing this agenda when he was a member of Parliament, and now he's seated where he was pushing that agenda. Will he continue with this, or was he just playing politics? Thank you.
Honorable Pierce, CS rather.
Thank you. On actual amounts that these members earn, I may not have the actual figure, but I'm told the lowest is in the region of about 28,000 shillings per month. It is fairly low, and that is why there was a recommendation from the Kiumi Commission to push it up to a living pension of at least 100,000 shillings per month, or 1,000 US dollars per month. It was, I think, put in US dollar terms. But this, I want to repeat again, that you can only be able to change it if you amend the law, because the law as it is, you cannot change the actual amounts that these honorable members or former members of Parliament earn. In terms of the CS pushing the agenda, yes, I pushed the agenda as a legislator who has the powers to legislate. Now I don't have that power. That power is with members of Parliament to push for legislative amendment. I can only propose to Parliament for an amendment, but I think this is a matter that Parliament is well seized of. Parliamentary Service Commission is there, which is concerned with the welfare of members, both present and former, and if there is supposed to be any adjustment on pension entitlement to former members of Parliament, the right people to push for that would be the Parliamentary Service Commission and members of Parliament. Thank you.
Senator for Meru, the Honorable